EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland, and M&T Bank Stadium. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Mitchell now to kick off the drive. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's 2nd down.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Right back to Mitchell on 2nd down. Oh, some strong running. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing, because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory.
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. Out now is a punter, Jordan Stout. A nice run back there off the good punt. It's a 16-yard return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. They start the drive with Evans. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. You look at this Baltimore defense. And they've been excellent against the pass, the number 6 unit in the NFL.
This secondary has really developed into one of the strengths of this team. They diagnose, they cover, they run, they hit. What a nice team.
Into the hands of Cedric Tillman. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And 3rd and 1 now.
I think as he began this throw, you saw that the area was congested, but he has a lot of confidence in his arm, and he fits that one in there nicely. They pick up the catch. Not much yardage afterwards. Here now, 3rd and a yard. They'll try and run for this with Evans.
And they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down. On 4th down on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one 28 yards on the ground.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 46.
Hey, middle.
From the gun, it's Jackson. A short one there, caught by Likely. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They run over center with Mitchell. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard. The Ravens at 500, 3-3 through the season's first 6 weeks. And they come in with fresh legs. They got the extra time off thanks to an early season open week.
And usually your hope is that your open week comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get your fresh legs back, you have to take that time and run with it.
He's got a man complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. That one goes for 30 yards.
You ask tight ends about their favorite routes to run, and surprisingly, this will pop up as one of their staples because they run so many routes in the middle of the field. How about this one? Starts downfield, bends it to the corner, great touch on the football, and they turn that one into a big play.
Touchdown! A great play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Ravens will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Tucker with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Cleveland offense ready to go. In the midst of, well, let's just say a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got the open week, though, coming up next weekend, so you have to figure this to be a game that they dearly love to have.
Oh, indeed. They have to have this one because that's something positive to take with you when you go away for a few days, and it actually releases your mind. If they lose this one, that mind stays cluttered the entire time they're away, and they've got to scramble to get back in sync when they start playing again.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down.
You look at this Baltimore defense.
And they've been excellent against the pass, the number 6 unit in the NFL.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typically what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 at a first down. Evans running straight ahead. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job, and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And they'll bring Judy in motion right. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle. And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Again, it's Corum. And he'll go down at the 28. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Now, we all know that an offensive coordinator and a quarterback, they're aligned at the hip. But when you've got a runner who can get you that kind of yardage, that guy's invaluable.
Now it's Watson. They're looking for Judy, but it's intercepted. And the Ravens are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster, 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 7 from the 27. Now Jackson. They're looking deep here for Flowers. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Jackson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football, but you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Browns drive about to get started. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
The catch and run, good for 24 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Evans running behind center. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. Going to need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. They'll run on 1st down, and it's a fumble. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. Now Tucker to add the PAT. And it's good to make it 14-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10. Right at the 30. After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. Eluding the pressure right. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down.
Evident there that he learned his lesson from the last drive. No way he was going to force a throw that time. When nothing broke open, kept it, and ended up running for a first down himself.
Corum now on 1st and 10. And bulldozing his way through. And they will get him down, but not before he gets very good yardage there, as that will lead us right into the 2-minute warning. It's another first down on what will be a gain of 21 yards. Here's Watson. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feed down complete. 2nd down, 8 to go from the 28. A shotgun snap for Watson. Evans has it left side. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Back to throw, Watson. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late. They're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
Out of the gun, Watson. This is the tight end, Njoku. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. They'll try and run for the first with Corum. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Blake Corum, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Browns have cut it back within a score. Well, they were looking to pick up the first down on 3rd and short. They got a little more than they bargained for, finding the end zone as well.
And oftentimes in short yardage situations, you get a lot of defenders stacked near the line of scrimmage, partner. So if you can get past that first wave, there's usually room to roam, and he found it.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And that'll make our score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Here's 2nd and 7. Jackson from the shotgun. That's complete. It's Zay Flowers with it. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. Drops this underneath. It's Mitchell. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half.
see, ready?
Second down and a yard.
180. Hey, hey. Get hard. Shot.
Again, Jackson. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into him because they were there to help break that pass up.
They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
Go. Get out.
Here's Jackson. Left side, that's caught by Mitchell. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. 4th down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Not good at all. Punt of just 24 yards there. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And that's going to be incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Watson now to throw. Now he'll take a shot for Peoples-Jones. And got his man complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Donovan Peoples-Jones. As the first half is winding down. And the Browns have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. Hopkins with the extra point, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's going to be out of bounds here on the return at his own 2-yard line.
Only able to get it to the 2-yard line on his return. Not going to make a lot of friends on your team when you only get it that far.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now a toss play to Evans. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Now Watson. Open man, that's Tillman. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
This is a nice job of just taking what the defense is going to give you on 3rd down. You're not looking for a big play downfield. You just want to find something that can get you past the marker. They found it and were able to keep the drive moving.
Watson. Pass caught. He's got Tillman. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
Tackle there by Michael Pierce.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They run once more with Corum. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 60 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. On 1st and 10, it's Evans. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And he'll go underneath here to Evans. It'll go as a gain of 4, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those, too.
And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st.
And that could be one of those turning point plays in a ball game. A field goal gets you the lead here, but they want to make a statement and get 6 points. And they're certainly going to get that opportunity as they get.
And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Zach Evans taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Browns have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Extra point good by Hopkins. And the lead is now 21-14. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. But Charles, you and I said at intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored. Now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the second half?
Well, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. Run the best plays you've got to the top performers you have, and try to move that ball down the field for an answering score.
2nd and 7.
180.
Play action. It's Jackson. And Walker with it over the middle. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Up the middle, here's Mitchell. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Play action. Now Jackson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Go.
They'll bring a tight end in motion left. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Isaiah Likely, 40 yards. And the Ravens are an extra point away from evening this one up. So a strong drive here to lead off this 3rd quarter. That has them an extra point away from tying things up.
And, partner, this is pretty much what they envisioned when they were sitting there in the locker room thinking about getting things going to start here in the 3rd quarter. Getting out there, a field goal would have been fine. But going ahead and scoring here, an extra point away from tying things up, that's exactly how they drew it up on the board.
Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And these two teams have traded touchdowns so far with their first possessions here in the 3rd quarter, so we're right back to where we started at intermission.
Yeah, how about that? Tied at the half, tied after the first 2 drives of the 3rd quarter, 1 for each. That tells me that someone's defense has got to step up and make a big play and try and change the momentum of this game.
3rd quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. Here's Watson. And Gordon's got it. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. First target, first catch, and a first down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
To throw is Watson. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. It's going to be a nice pickup, but he also takes a pretty good look at the end of that one.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Here's a handoff to Evans out of the gun. Room here to run. Look at this. Middle of the field, a breakaway. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Zach Evans with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Browns have moved out in front. Hopkins with the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Here's a toss right side to Mitchell. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the 4th. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 48-yard line. Trying the right side with Mitchell. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes they're quicker than they get credit for. And this time he uses quickness to make a play.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. Finding Walker complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, a give to Mitchell. Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. It shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On 3rd down, here's Mitchell. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsom. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. And now both of these defenses have something to brag about following this one, each with a pick six today.
They are even there, but we still have to decide a winner, don't we, partner? And what they really want to brag about after this one is getting that W. The turnovers are great. Can they make plays now that tilt the balance in their favor?
Here's Hopkins now for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And with a well-placed kickoff, that's what these new rules can do for you.